Absolutely.
What do you think about the recent peace
Yeah.
agreements in the Middle East between Israel and Muslim countries in
Hmm.
connection with the 10 toes of iron and clay in the
And
book of Daniel?
yeah, that's interesting. I would simply say that yes, the Middle East and Muslims and Jews getting together is very much a Bible prophecy thing. Now, I'm not saying that the current episode going on as we speak virtually is the real one, but it is certainly of the same type of event that the Bible speaks about in terms of a last 10 kingdom based on Psalm 83 and a making of a contract with Israel, which actually failed. So the last 3.5 years of that final 70th heptad, or period of 7 years, does involve a false peace established between Israel and some Arab nations. So that is the sort of story we're looking at in the final end times. But I repeat, the current one, though it may be of the same style, the same connection, is certainly cannot be pinned down as being the very thing that the Bible talks about, if only because there's no temple in the Middle East. And there has to be a temple built, according to 2 Thessalonians 2, where Paul spoke of the man of sin, the Antichrist, the abomination of desolation, standing where he ought not to be, where he ought not to be. Don't forget that one in Mark 13:14. But when that man of sin enters the temple and sits down, claiming to be Messiah when he's not, then we do know that we're very close to the end. That hasn't happened yet. That's entering the temple of God. I make this point constantly. If Paul speaks about the temple, he more than likely, in fact, very certainly, I think, means the temple building. If he introduces you individually as a temple of God, or collectively as Christians as a temple, and he does that when he introduces you, then he's talking about a figurative use of temple as the church or an individual Christian. That's fine. But when he talks about the man of sin entering the temple with the article, then watch out. The Antichrist is certainly, I think, intended.